Hey everyone, and thank you for watching this video. I know it's been a really long time since I posted anything on my YouTube channel. This past month has been just crazy with work, so I apologize for that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, because if a month goes on like this and I just haven't had time and you're kind of wondering when I'm gonna upload another video, if you subscribe, you'll get an email telling you when I've uploaded a new video, and that way you can stay connected. Plus it helps me when I have more subscribers, so that would be great. In this video, I want to talk a little bit about how to buy artwork. The gallery I work for, we just had a panel discussion on why to collect artwork, and that was so incredible. I'm going to put a link to that video in the body of this video so that you guys can check it out. The panel was fantastic, had a lot of great points. What I want to get more into is the nitty-gritty of buying actual artwork. So you know why artwork is important to have in your home, you know why you should be buying it, but how to make that step into a art gallery when it can be intimidating if you aren't within that world or don't know the ins and outs. We're going to talk about that today so that you can start your own art collection at home. Step one in buying artwork is do your research and visit galleries. Most galleries are commercial galleries, and they have a type of artwork that they like to show because that's who their collectors are invested in, so they want to keep selling artwork to those collectors. So that type of artwork will mainly be within certain galleries. So you want to find the gallery that you have found a couple artists that you like and know that that's the gallery you want to invest in. Invest your time in going to openings, to meeting their artists, to talking to their curators or directors. Art festivals are a great place to go to do some research. Open studios, nonprofit organizations have a lot of artist members. Those are all places that you can find artists and you can meet them one-on-one. Step two is doing even more research, but that's more into the sales and the auction prices of the artist. Now, if you fall in love with a piece, buy it. But if you're also thinking of buying artwork as an investment, not also that you love this art piece, but you also want to have an investment that will pay off in the future, there's a couple of things to look for. And that is the sales prices that the artwork is going for now. Look at the history. If this is a older artist who has been selling for a long time, has their prices increased? If they have, great. That's a good investment. That means that the career of that artist is propelling forward. If that artist had a great spurt and then the prices declined an incredible amount, that might not be the best investment because people aren't buying that artwork, that momentum isn't moving that artist's career forward, and that might not pay off for you as an investment in the future. So if you have found an artist that you love and have researched their sales prices and are looking to go to step three, which is to actually purchase a piece, there's a few things that you should know. So an artist who has gallery representation has a few different rules than an artist who doesn't. An artist who has gallery representation, you should be going to that gallery to make that purchase of art from the gallery itself. That's how the deal works with the artist and the gallery. The negotiating part of an art sale is what a lot of people don't know. They think when they go into an art gallery, the prices on the wall is what they have to pay. Remember, you can go in and talk to the director, talk to a salesperson, and tell them the price that you want to pay. And most of the time, they'll either go down or they'll meet you at that price. They have wiggle room and they are wanting to sell you art pieces. That's their job in commercial galleries, is to sell artwork. If they refuse, don't take it personally. Some art galleries are interested in only selling to certain collectors, and those collectors are well known for their collection, so they try and save the best pieces so that this artist can gain momentum in their career if they're in so-and-so's art collection that goes around the world showing at different museums versus your collection that you're going to hang in your house and it doesn't travel anywhere and you just enjoy it. So there's a different level that goes on. Don't be offended if a gallery doesn't want to work with you. If a gallery doesn't want to work with you, go find another gallery that's more welcoming, that is more going to help you with what you were looking for. Now, another way, if the artist isn't represented by a gallery, reach out to that artist through their website. If they don't have a website, then you probably shouldn't be buying artwork from them anyways, but connect with them, ask them for a studio visit. This is a very normal exchange for an artist and a new collector. Don't feel like you have to have been collecting to ask an artist for a studio visit. You can be a beginner collector, never purchased an original art piece in their life before, but still ask for that artist to give you a studio visit. That way you can see everything that the artist is working on and then decide. Also, if you get a studio visit, those prices will be a lot lower than gallery prices just because the artist can sell them to you at a certain price that doesn't have the gallery commission. One of the best resources that a lot of beginning buyers aren't aware of is student shows. Look up the MFA programs in your area and go to their thesis exhibits. Go to their open house or open studio days. Most of the time the students won't have the prices on their artwork because they're just not in that headspace yet, but they would be delighted to sell you something probably at a crazy low cost because they're still students or they're emerging artists, but in a few years their career will gain momentum. And if you are on top of making sure you're tracking the artists that are in your collection, you can either sell it when they have peaked in their career or hold on to it and see what their career does in the long run. These are great opportunities to buy very affordable artwork on the cutting edge, supporting younger artists, and just getting just all around a great deal that a lot of buyers aren't aware of. It takes a lot of effort to research and go to these things, but it's a huge payoff, and you usually have a great story because you know the artist, you're invested in their career, you tell your friends and they'll start buying their artwork, and it's a great way to get into the art world, because if you're buying from that artist and they ended up getting art gallery representation, that artist will bring their collectors with them to that gallery, and then that gallery will share with you all the other artists that they represent. Normally they'll be very similar or they won't, but that way you kind of have an in with a gallery. One of the things that is usually on everyone's mind is, how am I going to afford artwork? It's so expensive and I don't make that much. I'm just a beginner. I want to get a good deal, but I can't afford thousands of dollars for an art piece. That's okay. So there are different ways, again, you can negotiate, but you also have the option at most galleries and with most artists to set up a pay installment. So you pay a certain amount per month. The most important thing to do with this is to make sure you have a contract with them with a set amount that will be paying per month and when that pay period ends, and keep track of each payment that you do. If no one's keeping track, it can get muddled, and you as the buyer might assume that the gallery's keeping track, and sometimes they get too busy and they don't, and then it's a big mess at the very end when you think you've paid it off and they say, no, you still owe us $200. So make sure that you are being responsible and keeping track of your payments. But that's always a great way to buy a bigger piece or a piece from a more famous artist that will cost you quite a bit more than buying an art piece from an emerging artist, but you want to have that staple within your collection, ask them for payment installments. To recap on some of the highlights of this video as far as the information that you should really keep in your mind. Number one, make sure that you're researching the artists and their sales. Number two, beginning buyers usually will have to make the initial contact with the gallery. This will all change when you start buying artwork from their gallery. They'll get to know your style, they'll call you up, we have a new piece, are you interested in looking in this piece? But normally galleries don't know if you're actually interested in buying a piece. So they don't know if it's worth the time to invest in talking to you, which sounds crazy, but if you go into a gallery and you already have done your research on the artists and sales, you can say, hey, look, I am interested in this piece. I'm willing to spend this much. What can you do for me? And then they will take you seriously. And you don't have to have bought an artwork for a long period of time to do this. Beginners can do this as well. You just have to go in with confidence and know what you want and know how much you're gonna buy it for. If they say no, that's not the end of the world, keep trying. But most of the time, a gallery will work with you, and that can be as far as negotiating the price down or even setting up payment installments. Remember to get your contract from a gallery and your certificate of authentication when you're buying an art piece. Don't forget about visiting emerging artist studios for great priced artwork. Also, MFA candidates are perfect to buy from too, because they're a great investment in the future if you find an artist that you're really passionate about. Remember, this can be a great investment, but the first thing you should be doing is finding your personal style with your collection. What are you trying to collect? Who are you trying to collect? Do you want your art collection to stand for anything, or do you just want to buy pieces for your house? All of that is okay, but know what kind of collector you are and know who you want to collect. And all of that takes time and research on your end to figure out what you want to buy. Thank you for watching. Remember to please subscribe, and I look forward to hearing all your comments. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you again.